just 28 high school football teams still in action in the state of Ohio. Regional championship this Friday. Mark Coombs and Mike Robinson take a look at the sites of those games for our local teams and pay respect to the 8-man champs in the Dunn Drive of the Week.
The Dunn Drive of the Week is presented by Dunn Chevy. A great deal is a done deal.
Winning one state championship is difficult. Repeating, even more so. As we welcome in Mike Robinson from Game Day Nation. Mike Rob, thank you for joining us for the Dunn Drive of the Week.
Hey, thanks for having me, Mark.
Now, this past weekend, the state championship for 8-man football. Toledo Christian won it last year. They won it again this year. And they took control of this game against St. Mary Central Catholic in the third quarter.
Well, you talk about it, you got to have a drive of the week, and they had a drive of the game because they took the air out of the football, and they did it in a great way. And you know what? It's some usual suspects. So let's go ahead and look at this drive of the week here in the state championship bout. Oh, my God, who is it? It is the boys. Take a look at Toledo Christian, taking care of business. This guy you're quite familiar with, Carter Kester, doing what he does best. Taking the football and getting north and south. That time they did a little switch up with an end around. Take a look at the clock. 10 minutes and 32 seconds left. They are taking their time, good footwork, good balance. Again, they started the drive off with the ball coming out of the second half. Take a look, get it to Dieters, and the big fellas up front doing their job too. This is physical running because when you want to win a state championship, it is not about how much you can pass the ball. It's about how efficient can you be. And that's exactly what we saw right here all season from these teams. Grace, Kester, and this guy right here, Dieters. He's been running really, really well all season long, but he did it with his big fellas up front. And I got to give these guys some credit. Egbert, O'Neill, Ryan, and Cavazis. These guys have taken care of business all season long. But take a look at the clock because they're taking care of business on this drive. Talked about passing the ball. They've hit this guy up on the same route. They can't stop him. Carter Kester, we've mentioned this guy for years. Take a look at that pass again. Inside defensive back, you got to make sure you track that near hip so you can pull a guy like this down. But you know what? This multi-sport athlete, he can do it all in different ways. Take a look at that offensive line, getting around, blocking, Ryan and company, creating those lanes, and just doing what they do best, be productive. This is a state championship game. Take a look at the clock. 6 minutes, now entering to the 5-minute mark, and that is how you take care of business. That drive right there was done on the legs of the offensive line. They did a great job of being able to create space and allow this football team to go back-to-back for another state championship.
So congratulations to the Eagles. Of course, Central Catholic has won back-to-back state championships. They're still alive in the 11-man Division III. We find out today their next game on Friday night. Parma Padua Franciscan. That'll be in Sandusky. Mike Robb will have his thoughts on that game later this week. Other regional sites announced today. Perkins will be taking on Ontario at Tiffin. Hopefully there's not any issues with slipping on the grass, the field turf at Frost Calno that we saw on last Friday. So that's in Division 4. Division 5, Edison, they'll be coming to Lake to take on Liberty Center. A lot of people looking forward to that 1-2 matchup, Mike Rob.
Yeah, absolutely. This is one of the biggest games in the state of Ohio. Two really good football teams. Edison, their running attack matched up with Liberty Center's rushing attack. This game could be over in the first half.
Of course, Liberty Center beat Liberty Benton 2 weeks ago and then beat Oak Harbor to get to the regional final, take on Edison. And then finally in Division 6, Patrick Henry Bluffton. That game will be down at Findlay at Donnell Stadium. So that's going to put a wrap on Game Day Nation because we just have a handful of schools left. What game are you most looking forward to on Friday night?
You know what? It's all about the Perkins football team. You saw how well they played earlier last year and the way that they've kind of, jumped that to that next level, that upper echelon. But more importantly, we can't forget about the boys on Cherry Street. Central Catholic going for their 3rd straight state title. They'll be doing it without their starting quarterback in Isaiah Fox. So can this football team rally up and be ready to go up for this challenge versus the Padua Bruins?
We'll have more on that matchup later on this week.